it is happening again. The US with Iran has failed to come to a deal over the future of the Strait of Homuz. And what looked like a breath of fresh air last week when we talked about the fact that the strait has been opened is now quietly taken away from us. We've seen tension rise in the market following this news, and of course the dollar silently gaining strength behind the scene. But amidst all of this, what does this mean for you as a forex trader? In case you don't know me, my name is Zuko FX and I've been doing this for almost half a decade, and in today's video I'll be breaking down this news event for you cell by cell in the forex chart so you understand what this means, and also be pointing out key levels where you could expect price to react from going into the coming week, and of course show you how to prepare for the week. So let's get down into the video. Okay, so we need to start putting the information in place exactly how we should be on the chart. So right now I'm on the Euro USD chart, and just like we said, we are choosing the dollar over other pairs. So let's analyze this together. Let's put down the 4 hour time frame. No, the daily. Let's start with the daily time frame. We're on the daily time frame, and we could see a several push the upside. We could see a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. Right. This is a clear upward trend. Right. So the news came out and it says the dollar is doing well. This means you're picking the dollar over Euro USD. So right now we want to be selling. Now the reason we'll be selling is because we have built context around the content. Now it isn't about just coming out to trade, it's about following fundamentals, and that is why we do what we do, to make sure we give you guys the news as it's been out and make sense of all of the whole stuff so we trade better. So right now we could see a resistance level right here, a resistance level right here, and we could see a support level right here. Now look at this. Within this resistance level, price broke out here. We see this breakout, and the ideal thing was that price is supposed to come back down to this demand zone, then continue upward. But due to the news, price is reacting, and if you look at this, you'd see a head and shoulder pattern. Let me show you this. Right, you can see the first shoulder right here, and also the second shoulder right here with the head in between. Right, so this is your head, your shoulder, and the next shoulder. And just like you all know, whenever you see patterns like this, expect a reversal of the trend. Now we are expecting price to hit this zone right here, this key demand area right here, right, this key demand area down here. But it's something we're going to be taking one at a time, so we are not rushing. And just like I said in the previous video, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. In fact, it's the next video you'll be seeing after this one. I told you guys that the dollar was going to buy and euro would sell exactly at this spot right here, right? And when the news came out that the strait was going to be opened, my bias was originally changed. And when the news came out that the Strait of Homuz will be open, my bias changed. I wanted to start selling the dollar because I know when the pressure is now being taken off of the market, the dollar may return back to its original weak state like we all know it to be. But right now, we have chosen the dollar over other pairs, and you could see the head and shoulder. And just like I said in the last video, expect price to react from here, and which is already doing right now. We could see price returning back, and price may head down to this spot right here, this key level where we mark out to be 1.14309, right? So this is the key area we're looking at for going into the coming week. But it isn't just about all of this. Let's go even further into the lower time frame so you guys become very clear of what we're doing. Now let's head down to the 12 hour time frame. Now in the 12 hour time frame, just like we said, we will be selling the dollar, but then there are other key levels right here. So imagine this price is here already, right? Price is here. Now let me extend this to the left side. You could see that this is a strong resistance level. Price got to this area, got resisted, got to this area again, got resisted, and eventually broke, right? and right here price is at this area now, but say resistance is now turning into support, but this support is not for long. It is just phase where we see price react from, then continue in its original direction. So around here we expect price to return a bit upwards, right, probably to this zone right here. Let's see, to this area right here, a good supply, and from right that area would wait and see what price is going to be doing at this area before we start selling. The whole idea for this setup is just that we want to sell price. We want to be selling the forex market. What I say the forex market, we want to be selling euro USD, and that is it about this chart. It's just sell, guys. And here's one thing I think you should pay attention to. You know, whenever the news drops, it's not about the news or what other people think it is. No, it's about what traders around the world are perceiving, what they play the news in their minds to be. Okay, so here's one pro tip I'm going to be giving you guys. Whenever a news releases out, it is important you pay attention and wait, then ask yourself, what does this mean to forex traders? Because a news may come out a certain way, and then the interpretation of that news may be another thing entirely, and this is exactly what drives the market. So it is what it is, guys. I will be selling this pair, and from when I'm making this video, it's a Friday. This video may be out on Monday or Tuesday, so this is just like a guideline going into the week on what to do and what not to do as a forex trader. Okay, so this is the Euro USD. Let's look for GBP USD. Alright, so we're on the chart for GBP USD, and let's break this down together. Let's head down to the daily time frame. The GBP USD is quite similar to the Euro USD, and the only difference is that the GBP USD moves faster than Euro USD. Okay, so looking at this, we already observe price is headed to the upside, right? But the fundamentals came out and says the dollar is doing well, so we want to be selling. And just like we said it when we're talking about Euro USD, we're going to draw out key levels. Look at this. This is a key demand level, or say key support, right? And look at this again. You can see price reacting around this area, right? Now price gave us a series of higher low, higher low, but got here, it was a kind of in a range, then price broke out, right? Now price broke out. What next? The news came out, Iran and Israel, they are at war and all that. Now we're not be selling. Okay, let's start selling. Well, look at this. You could see your shoulder, your first shoulder, the head, and the second shoulder. So basically price is selling. But from where? Now we ain't just gonna be pointing out anywhere. We're gonna be marking out key levels where we believe price is gonna be reacting from. So let's head down into the lower time frame. Let's head down to the 2-hour time frame. Originally I oftentimes go to the 4-hour time frame, but the 2-hour time frame is kind of cool too, so let's use that 2-hour time frame. Okay, so we are here, and just looking at this, you can see a key resistance level right here. You can see this right here. Price got resisted from the first area here, also got resisted here, right? So got a little resistance here, but then broke out, right? So right now price is just reacting on this level right here. So it's the same thing we said with the other part when we're talking about USD. Resistance turns support, and you could see price moving up to the buy side. But this is not all there is to this price action, because the whole idea is that the dollar is at its peak, right? The dollar is buying, so we want to be selling other pairs. That's why we're choosing sell, or that's why we'll be selling the GBP USD. So let me pull this up a little more. Now it's a bit clearer. Now you could see price give us a push right here. So moving forward into the coming week, expect price to react from this zone right here is what I see from that area. Yeah, expect price to react from there, because when price breaks out, clearing out this liquidity, right, you can see price reacting from this area right here. So let's put this to be clear, right? And look at this. So the price already gives us series of lower low, lower high, lower low, right, lower high, right, and a new lower low, right. So we're using this price range from this area, this swing low to the swing high. That is what we'll be using for the chart moving into the coming week, right. So we expect price to do what it does, take our liquidity, right, clear this liquidity right here, and not this out, clear our liquidity, then from this area we'll be expecting a sell. It may not happen this way because price behaves the way it wants to. It may even start selling from here. However, the bias is clear. We want to be selling going into the coming week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, until we hear something else. You know how it is. We just have to put our ears down so we don't make mistakes. Fundamentals are out there. There are different news. There's just this uncertainty around the world right now. Today the world could just end, or maybe tomorrow, or probably even escalate. And this is where we call it again, guys. It's been amazing being here with you guys. My name remains FX, and if you haven't liked yet, do that right now. You know how we do it here. We just want to give you information that help you trade the forex market better. Comments. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think, and probably a suggestion of what you want us to discuss in our next video. See you in the next one. Bye for now.